Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Last time we took on a couple of large monsters, and now we've got our chance to take on an urgent quest. We're gonna go right away and grab it. And it has us hunting a Malfestio. It's a tricky little monster. So first thing we're gonna do is go eat our meal. Again, we're looking for Hurler mostly, but if we can't find it, Weakener or Defender also work too. Alright, now that that's out of the way, we're gonna go straight into the quest. Alright, now it's nighttime again. And as we can see, our little pink dot is off this way. In Area 4. So that's where we're gonna go straight to. Alright, the Malfestio. So, first things first, he can roar, and his roar can stun you, so be careful. I'm just gonna block it, go in here. The great thing about this is that Malfestio is weak to water. I think it's also somewhat weak to thunder too, but it's mainly weak to water. Also has a good head hit zone for blunt weapons. Be mindful of the wings though, they are not good. If you hear the little clanking sound, that means our weapon would bounce off of it if we hit it. Also, another thing to be careful of is that little orange cloud that he shoots out. He did it whenever he puffed out his chest and hit the ground, but he can do it other places too. If you get hit by that, you'll have the confused status. I'll get hit by it real quick. Also, it damages you a little bit. And the confused status inverts your joystick controls. So, if you want to go left, you'll go right. And if you want to go right, you'll hold left. It's also inverts your aiming and all that fun stuff. Anything that has to apply to the joystick. Now we're gonna just keep fighting him until we get our piercing boomerangs. He also likes to fly. I think this is the most flying a monster has done in our first few hunts. He's gonna hit me there. But just stick to his sides. He does have that little side swap, and he does it twice. So be careful of it. I think you can break his head, his wings, and his tail. You cannot cut his tail off. Also, that little blue beam right there puts yourself to sleep. Also put your cats to sleep. As you can see with Calamari there. I'm gonna try and get out of the way of that. And there's another sleep beam. Looks like he's already dropped something, but that might have been an Alteroff. He's just gonna, he really likes that beam. It's not really gonna hurt us too much. We go ahead and apply our big boomerangs. And if you do get a wing break while they're in the air, they will topple over and fall on the ground. So that's something good if the wings are a good hit zone. They aren't a good hit zone this time, so just be mindful of it. Also, if you looked at him a minute ago, he spit out some green mucus. I think it's mucus anyway, so that means we're getting some exhaustion on him. We're just gonna keep wailing on his head. Now this guy, when he gets mad, I think his ears shoot up in the air. Not 100% certain, but you can always tell if there's steam coming out of their mouth. We're gonna move. He also broke that tree there. So now we no longer have that as cover if we want it. Also, hitting the legs, as always, does a topple. So if you want to go for a topple, a pretty easy one, go for them legs. Also, we flinched him in the air, so he also fell over. I'm not going to be able to go for the head without wasting too much damage, so we're not going to. Also, he's already exhausted. I don't even think we went into rage mode. So that's good for us. I'm going to try and do a boomerang spin. There we go. Do another one. He's flinching a lot, so he must be doing quite a bit of damage. Alright, got hit by that. Probably should have just stayed where I was at. Didn't expect him to move over because of the terrain. And as you can see, since he's exhausted, he's just kind of falling over himself. There's another aerial kick. I'm going to try and do a forward spin. Never mind, didn't intend to do that. Alright, we did not come out though, so we're going to go and do another boomerang spin. Maybe we can get a head break too. My boomerang buffs don't just disappear. Surprised I didn't get hit by that. He'll do another one. Now his head will be right there. I missed my aim. There we go. He's going to do another one. Try and not hit the wings. Well, got hit by the wing there. Move off to the right. Just stick to his sides. There he goes. Now he's mad. His ears are up in the air. So he's going to get faster and get a damage buff. We're going to be greedy. Oh, also, I guess I got a wing break and a head break. Or did I just get the head break? Looked like both. Going to try and blow that towards us. He got hit by a bomb though, so that's good for us. Now your cats, whenever they get hit by confusion, just kind of panic. Like just run around and do all that fun stuff. At least I think. I know that's for like blast bite and stuff like that. We're gonna go for a mount while he's angry so we can kind of keep him locked down. He's gonna roar. Gonna keep wailing on him. He's fixing to do this. There we go. Alright, now he's down. We can just wail on his head some more. Not gonna go for a boomerang spin. I do want to try and stay at a distance. Alright, looks like he's leaving now. Gonna take a gamble and say he's going in area 7. Probably gonna be wrong on that. No? Guess not. Alright, we're gonna try and catch him before he lands. And if you look in the bottom right, you'll see that my support gauge is bigger. As you level up, you'll get more space for support gauge. I think it can go up to 9. I don't remember exactly what level it is though. But it's pretty good for us, especially if we want to just keep a reserve whenever our boomerang buffs run out. Or just keep a reserve for healing too. Well, he's gonna do an aerial kick. My cat's bomb completely missed. Just gonna keep hitting him with boomerangs. He's limping now. And it looks like we got another part of his body. Might have been the other wing. Yep, looks like it. The little ends are frayed. Oh, also his tail's broken. I guess we got all the part breaks. That's good then. Either that or that other wing still isn't broken. But that just shows how a good element can help, even on bad hit zones. Alright, we're gonna wait until where he goes. He probably goes back into area 4. I think he sleeps on a tree. Which is not good for us since we can't really reach trees that easily. It's taking him a while to move. Yeah, he's going into area 4. Alright. There he is. See him up in the skybox. So we don't want him to go to sleep. So we'll try and hit him. I don't think we can really reach him though. As long as we were here though before he falls asleep, he would come back down. But if we weren't here yet, he'd try and go to sleep. We're gonna keep attacking him. And I think we did get all the part breaks, which was surprising since I didn't even try for him. He's gonna roar. Missed that because I dodged. And he's angry again. And he just really likes doing that. And I guess the thing, whenever he's angry, his little wing slaps do apply confusion status too. So be careful. But That didn't take very long, didn't even take 10 minutes. So we're gonna carve them up and then I'll meet you back at the base after I check through the cats. Alright, so we're back at the Palico Ranch in Berna, and our one bomber cat that we're trying to train up to get our preferred support moves got big boomerangs. So I moved it on to the other support move. We're going to try and go for a soothing roll this time. But the main thing I want to do now is change our scouting preferences. So right now we're going to change it to charisma. Now we don't want to use this first charisma cat we got too much because the skills aren't great. You could probably make it work, especially with the change support move skill. But we want one that we can kind of tailor to our needs. So we're going to change it to charisma. Change our scout preferences. Since we are playing as Prowler only, that Palico rally skill really does help. Because that 10% attack boost and 20% defense boost really gets rolling once, you know, we have a lot higher defense bonuses later on. So as for that, we're going to back out now. And head back out into the main area. Now that we're here, we're going to go talk to this cat lady over here. She's the proprietress. She's the cook. So she's just telling us all about the cooks and the vouchers and all that fun stuff. But if we talk to her, now that we've completed a few urgent quests, we have a bunch of ingredients. If you first do this when you start the game, you don't have very many. But now that we've done a few urgent quests, and I think after some villager quests, you also get some ingredients too, we can combine them. So as you can see, it gives you some health bonuses and stuff like that. And sometimes it gives you damage buffs or, you know, defense buffs. There's water resistance. Let's see what else we can make. There's fire resistance. Don't see any with that. There's a take up medium, that's pretty good. Take up small. And ice resistance. Looks like there's more. Yeah, there's more. Ice resistance medium, so that's good. And now that we've done that, if we look at the bottom right, it says there are no ingredients that can be selected, so we're just gonna back out. Now that we've done that, we'll talk to the chief and he's gonna congratulate us and give us 4-star quests. So we're gonna go ahead and do one of those. After talking to the Berna gal, we're gonna do the first quest we can do. Wrath of the Rathian. This has us hunting a Rathian. So we'll take that real quick. Actually, I'm going to cancel out of this because there are some skills I want to apply. As we level up, of course, we get new skills for our cats. And I noticed that Chibi here has the health up skill that we can apply. It also has negate stun, but I'm not really going to play around stun too much. And that health is more useful early on. And we'll give heat and bomb resist to our Texas here. And I think we're good for right now. So we'll go back out into the main area and take that quest again. And something I did notice is that this quest, called Crustacean Infatuation, is a key quest. And it has us capturing a Shogun Cenotaur. Specific thing about Shogun Cenotaurs is that they are not affected by pitfall traps. This is why we want our Poison Prison. So at some point I will have to teach Poison Prison to this cat. So we will try and get that. But for now we're just going to take on the Rathian. Also, I guess new Poogie costumes have been added. We don't really mess with that though. So our best bet right now is just attack up medium. We could go for a little bit more health, but since I did just apply that health boost, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to check for Hurler. Do not see Hurler, and we also have more sauces now. But I do see Weakener, so we'll take that. Now we're going to head out on the quest. Alright, we're back at the Forest and Hills. Now, I didn't make any Malfestio equipment because it probably does have better defense, at least on the armor, I think the weapon is a sleep weapon, but I don't think the sharpness is that good, and it might be great. I also think it has negative affinity. So we're just gonna keep what we have right now, because we'll get better armor after we hunt Rathian. But we're gonna go into the nest area. That's where we found the Astalos the first time, and the Velocitron the first time we fought it. Gonna hop up here, climb up these vines. Climb up this rock face, and we'll go straight in there. Alright, the Rathian. This is your first flying wyvern, I think. And I think definitely your most complicated monster to fight today. So, she's gonna roar. And now she's got fire element. Like the Kutku. But worse, because she's a lot stronger and a lot larger too. So, like usual, since we have a blunt weapon, we're gonna go for the head. Her head's a lot harder to hit, since she's a lot larger of a monster. It's easier to hit, but she also can move it around a lot quicker, since she is a larger monster. Not like the Malfestio, where his head's pretty big compared to the rest of his body. Also, this Rathian looks pretty big, and it might just be because I'm playing as a Prowler. But we're just gonna aim for her head. I think she's a little weak to water, so that element will help us. Nice bomb cat, you got it. Just gonna apply around her. We've already got our piercing boomerang, so we'll apply those. Around this way, she just likes to do charges and bites and some fireballs. There's another one. Be careful of her instant charges, just stick to the sides. There's a tail slap. Usually tail attacks do twice. They do them twice before they stop. Except for some special cases. But right now we're just gonna stick to her sides. When she goes on the air, start moving, because she can tackle you pretty quickly. There's a bite there. And the worst attack she has is the fireball. And the even worse attack she has is the triple fireball. Well, I say that. She has a poison backflip, and I'll show that whenever she goes around it. But the triple fireball, you can tell if she is standing still and rears her head back. Not like a roar, but if there's fire coming out of her mouth, she's doing it. And that was very close, very greedy of me to do that. I'm gonna do it air. There's an aerial backflip. If you get hit by that, it does a lot of damage. And it also poisons you, unless you have the negate poison skill. So be very, very careful, because it can very easily take you out. There's a tackle, and I guess she's already leaving. She's had enough of us right now. So we're gonna head on into area 4. But her fireball attacks are really just easy chances to get shots in on the head. And also the same on the backflips. If you know where her head's gonna be after she backflips, that's an easy place to lead your boomerang fire. Now we'll see if we can get her exhausted before she gets angry. Hopefully we can, but she might already be angry. We'll see. I don't like fighting them in this corridor here. It's better in the first couple of games, because in the first couple of games, for some reason, your camera is like heavily zoomed in. Oh, she's eating, so that must have meant she was exhausted. So we're gonna just try and hit her head. There's a roar, that means she's mad. Now if you look at her while she's mad, she's spewing fire from her mouth instead of just regular steam. And I think that's just for elemental monsters, their element comes out of their mouth. Maybe except for something like Mizutsune, the water monsters. Sorry. And I might even be wrong on that. They might also have their element coming out. But we're going to play around her. Now, when she gets mad, she likes to do a lot of charges, and she likes to chain those charges together. Be careful. She's trying to do a backflip. I'm the one with the boomerangs, not her. So we're just going to aim for that head. And if you're having issues hitting the head, go for the legs. Again, that'll give you a topple eventually. and then it'll let you go for the head. And the legs aren't too bad damage. Gonna try and go for this. I know my boomerangs are not up, but I do want to go for the damage while I have the chance. Gonna do a tackle. Didn't think I would get hit by that, but I did. Gonna block this one. Is she gonna do another one, or should she do something different? She'll do another one. Again, when she's mad, she just likes to do that in low rank. She has some better attacks in high rank and G rank, but for now, this is all she has. And she's leaving again. We must not be very interesting to her. We'll see where she goes this time. Maybe we've already got her to limping. Probably not. But I can dream, right? Here she goes landing. We'll try and lead her shots. Dodge to the right here. Try and lead her fire where we think her head's going to be. We'll dodge to reset our boomerang trajectory and hit her on the head there. She just did one there, so we'll only do two. There we go. And we've got a head break. That's good. I think she'll be taking even more damage on her head now. And she has a lot of good hit zones, especially on her head. And we're already flinching her. I think that was an exhaustion flinch. Probably wrong on that. I'm gonna keep going at it. There's another one. That's three. I completely whiffed my boomerangs there, though. At least the one hit the legs. That's also great. Don't get caught up in the wings here. Move around them. And we'll go for a boomerang spin. That is a very good attack, especially on a hit zone like that. And on some monsters, it might just be better just to go ahead and try and focus those. We'll try and block that. Did not get that off, especially because I dodged. Just gonna try and do an air tackle. We'll avoid it though. Out of the way here. Ooh, that's her rage fireball. So normally when she does that, she'll take a step back while she rears her head. And that also does a lot of damage. It also hits in 4 different areas. It kind of explodes. So be careful of it. I'm gonna get hit by this. Could see it coming from a mile away. I just was a little greedy there. Try and get the head turn here. There we go. Try and get another one. Again, the monsters always have head turn. Oh, not always, but a lot of the monsters have head turns, and especially in low rank, since they're slow, you can usually catch them with the head turns. That's where it's good for something like a greatsword user to charge an attack and land it right there. Just gonna do a big fireball here. Again, just notice the backing up. She's chasing my cats now. Don't chase my cats, chase me. Wait for the head turn. Got the head. Don't get too greedy on the head turns though, because they can instant charge. You get hit by that, yeah. Oh, that tail has a lot of range, so be careful of it. And this was like whenever I fought the Gypseros. A tail cut or a body break can help you in the fight, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to see, oh, well, this is the most deadly part of the monster, so if I cut this thing off, it'll make the fight easier. I remember a long time ago, whenever I was still new to the game, I was fighting an Enchanter, and I was with some of my friends, and I was like really having a lot of trouble getting hit by the tail swaps. So we went ahead and chopped that tail off, and it made it a lot easier because the tail was smaller. It actually cut off a decent chunk of it. Uh-oh, I'm not paying it. I'm not paying attention here, so get hit by a bunch of attacks and make a fool of myself. It just goes to show you that she's not a complete pushover. Even if I am. We're gonna go here. I also have my aerial vault now, and I guess I should probably be going for mounts. Keep forgetting about mounts. Don't leave. She's leaving. Okay, well, I'm mad now, so I can do my vault, and something I should be doing is applying Furious, because I do have enough bar gauge where I can kind of have a small reserve at the very least. Wondering where she's going. She's going not over here, and I think area 2. Yeah. So we'll apply our piercing boomerangs before we go in there so we don't get hit by a stray fireball. Alright, we're back in here. I'm gonna do a fireball there. Gonna try and get a mount off of this. Already got it. Well, that was easy. She's mad. We have earplugs though from our angry mode, so I'm just gonna keep attacking through it. And that's good. Now we're just gonna focus on doing boomerang spins, since it's a really good hit zone for it, and she's down. We're just gonna block and do boomerang spins. Now we're gonna dodge out of the way. Probably could have got another one in there from her little getting up animation, but oh well. We did get a flinch from that. She's gonna do tail flip. Nope. Air tackle. Wait for her to turn. Got her on the turn. Now she's gonna go for it. Never mind. She's doing another tackle. Should have waited for that. We did break a wing though, so that's good. That does mean I'm hitting a lot of bad hit zones, so hopefully that doesn't end badly. If we break the other one too, we broke the other ones too. So the other rings are broken. That means their hit zones are better, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's good. And she's down. It did take us 10 minutes that time, but we are going to get a good weapon, I think, from this. And good armor too. So I'll carve her up and see you back at the base. Alright, so we're at the Palico Ranch in Barona again, and I'm just going to go ahead and say what we're looking for with our Charisma Cap. So for our support moves, we're looking for an A skill, 2 B skills, and 1 C skill. And then for our skills, we're looking for 3 B skills and 2 C skills. So I'm going to go through, look for it. This one has an A skill, looks like 2 B skills as well, and a C skill. Actually, no, that looks like an A skill, a B skill, and all C skills. So we're not looking for that fella. That's a B skill right off the bat. So we don't want that one. That one has an A skill. Looks like all C skills though. That one's an A skill. Wrath of Meow is an A skill. But looks like only 1 B skill on that one. There's an A skill, a B skill. It looks like another B skill and then 2 C skills. So this is the skill pattern we want. Hellthorn is an A skill. Farcaster is a B skill. Anti-Monster Mine is also a B skill. Excavator is a C skill. And Chestnut Cannon is also a C skill. So onto our support skills. We have support move +1. That is a skill. We will want that, but I think we're just going to want to teach it. Next one is Negate Paralysis. I think that's C skill, so I think they're all C skills. It looks like an A, C, 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 C skill. Or, sorry, pattern. So we'll look at this one. This one looks like, I'm not sure, I think Big Barrel Bombay is a B skill. So it looks like 2 B skills and a bunch of C skills. That's what it looks like. So none of these guys. I'll go through and look for them, cut off and come back, since you know what the gist is pretty much. Alright, so I didn't see any that time unfortunately, so we'll keep looking at it, but we do want it to be good. We'll also be going for a Healing Cat next after this one, because we want both of them to have Cheerhorn. And Cheerhorn is a secondary skill of, I think, the Healing Cat, and there's got to be another one that has it, probably the Assist Cat. But Cheerhorn is a 3 bar gauge cost support move that gives every other cat, well, it also gives it to hunters, but for right now we're playing as a cat. It gives them a little bit more gauge, and it also gives yourself gauge, but you're spending 3 to use it. So it's not good for Prowlers, but it is good for Palico, since they don't have to spend gauge to use their moves. So if both of them have it, we should be getting quite a bit of bar gauge from Cheerhorn. But for now, we'll call it here. Next time, we'll be trying to take on that Shogun Cianatar after we fight one monster to teach our Chalk Prison over. Hope you enjoyed, and please leave a comment below if you have any questions. Until next time, bye.